It's a cloudy day here in the Rocky Mountains, but we've got baseball from Coors Field in Denver. Today, getaway day here in this 3-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the Colorado Rockies. Colorado hopes to put a lid on their 7-game losing streak. Coming up next. Tyler Anderson will be on the mound for the Rocks. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk very many guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
Hit hard up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So it's an inning-opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
I mean, an absolute bullet line drive on the first pitch of the game. I always wondered how many pitchers were so it has to frustrate the living heck out of you, because if I'm leading off, and I never did it in my career, I'd be pulling the trigger every 0-0 pitch. That might be the best pitch you'll see all day.
That'll bring in Guillermo Heredia now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. These Rockies guys, they have not been playing all that well, to put it charitably. They come into this one losers of 7 straight games. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Hey, not a great way to start, right? You come fresh out of the bullpen, you throw a couple of pitches, next thing you know, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
I'm going to take you inside the mindset of a hitter right here. Free ribby out there, don't ground into his other play.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. So far this year against Southpaws, Freeman is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled this season against left-handed pitching, but maybe a little shot of confidence with the manager putting him in the lineup today.
Popped him up. Arenado on the move. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Yeah, you know I'm going to be watching Yasmani Grandal pretty closely. He's hitting over 330 on the season. And when you think about that, that's basically 1 hit every 3rd at bat. That's the type of guy you want in your lineup, because you know every day he's going to come ready and he's going to produce.
The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Trace Thompson digs in. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line drive to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Braves lead it 1-0. Aaron Blair will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Guys, one of D-Rose former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now. And this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
On the ground to the right side. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Batting second, left fielder, David Dahl.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. From the stretch. Yanked on the ground down the line. And this is right by Freeman down the line. It's a fair ball. The relay. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Here's Charlie Blackmon now, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. He's ready. Here's the first offering, and that one just missed outside.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
LeMahieu, the runner at third. Dahl is at second with nobody out. 1-2 now.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. A bullet to first base. So stepping in, Nolan Arenado, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. So far this season with runners in scoring position, Arenado is a .270 hitter. A respectable number he'll look to improve upon in this at-bat. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Into the bleachers and gone. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. Number 11 for him on the season. And with it, they've left in front now 3-1.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. The pitch. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1. The 1-1. is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Sent on the ground out to second. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Arnold.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the right fielder Carlos Gonzalez. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
3 runs already home here. And right into the shift. And this will be a foul ball as the first baseman makes a Herculean effort to make the stop. Easy there, Cha-Cha. Hard liner to center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
Into the box now, Trevor Story. And the Rockies trying to hang even more damage on the scoreboard in the opening frame. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Now here's a drive out to right center field. In at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting absolutely pounded here in the first inning, and I would think they're not going to let this go on for much longer.
That'll bring up Tony Walters as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one. And this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Just missing here. 2-0.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Giving chase is Heredia. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. Second inning coming up. Colorado leads it 4-1. Rio Ruiz to the plate now. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. Guys, the person I want to focus on is Eric Hosmer. This guy is coming into his own from the offensive standpoint. but don't get it twisted. This is a Gold Glove first baseman that makes the game look easy on the defensive side.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Here's the pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting eighth, second baseman.
Now at the plate, Jace Peterson. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down the way.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They trail it 4-1. So here now is the pitcher, Tyler Anderson, set to lead off the home half of the second. First pitch of the at-bat. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Rockies pitcher with a bat in his hands and a 1-2 count. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Kemp has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And guys, in this one today, we get to watch Gold Glover at first base. Watch the way he manipulates the bag with his footwork. Watch the way he bails his teammates out with picking balls out of the dirt. Can't stress this guy's importance enough.
Now a swing and a fly ball. This will land out there just foul. The 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One and two to DJ LeMahieu.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Hit on the ground out to short. Swanson picks it up, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
So striding forward now, David Dahl will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Man, I really like the way this lineup is making this guy work today. You're going to see the bullpen getting going here soon.
Ground ball right side. And nothing will come. Some of the two-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Aaron Blair. 9-1-2 due up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Strike two at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away. Strikeout number 3 for him here this afternoon as he begins his third inning of work with a punch out. And as we present the Rockies leaderboard, you can see he currently paces the ball club in that department. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Swinging a soft liner, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
This is the type of production they were expecting from this guy when he came to the majors a couple of years back. He looks really at ease at the plate, and that relaxed swing is getting some really good results. Good example on that double there. Always great to see a young player blossom.
Guillermo Heredia is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit out towards second. And there's out number 2.
First baseman number 5.
Standing in, Freddie Freeman. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Freeman is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
This is the classic case of the modern-day ball player right there. You can have the batting average if your OPS is north of 800.
And, wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. High in the air down the right field line. Gonzalez on the run. And that ends the inning. Braves strand 1. Next, it'll be the number 4 batter for the Rockies, Nolan Arenado. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second is Arenado. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. Well, fans love a lot of offense, and that's what they're getting here, Dan.
You said it, Matty. That's 10 hits in this game between the two teams already. Got to tell you, as a pitcher, this is a little painful for me to watch.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base, but you have a guy on deck that can do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. There's Carlos Gonzalez. He waits on deck. The 3-0 pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. This is on the ground over to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
The right fielder, number 5, Carlos.
Digging in now, Carlos Gonzalez. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. There's Peterson. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
Now to the plate, Trevor Story. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. First pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. The 1-0 home is laid off for ball 2.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. High and deep to right center. Thompson racing back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall, and he is into second with a 2-out double.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball. But gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try and do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
That'll bring up Tony Walters. Oh, that ball's driven into left center. This could be trouble. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And that'll play run number 6. It's now a 6-1 ball game.
Yeah, and giving up an RBI double is always painful, but even more so when there are 2 outs in the inning. A run had already crossed the plate, and then he gives up a blistering double to allow another run on the board.
Stepping in now, Tyler Anderson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Ripped down the line. And the Rockies just keep right on rolling, as this ought to be extra bases again. And that's going to plate the runner from second, and it's now a 7-1 game.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a two-bagger.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 3 innings complete. The Rockies are out in front, 7-1. So here's Matt Kemp now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gonzalez has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. The next to bat for Atlanta, Trace Thompson, hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And he falls behind 0-2. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for Atlanta. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Rio Ruiz to the plate now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Now a hard liner toward short. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. Down in order go the Braves. They're down 7-1. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Two and 1 to David Dahl.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not tacking the strike zone anymore.
Right back at the mound. Oh, a diving stop. He goes to first. What a play.
Oh, man, once it got past the pitcher, I figured it was a base hit, but then the shortstop comes out of nowhere to make the diving stop. That was incredible.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. No hits to this point. This is line to left. Kemp is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
The batter, number 28, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Ready for another shot now, Nolan Arenado. He hit a two-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance. First offering on its way. Line drive to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So after the 3-spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Rockies lead this one 7-1. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
The 1-0 home. Fouled off. The 1-1. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Count still at 1-2. Hosmer trying to get there, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. Misses off the plate.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman.
Into the box now, Jace Peterson, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. First pitch on its way. A changeup over the inside corner. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by LeMahieu. And that's the second out. Nick Markakis will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 22, Nick Markakis.
And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. He'll enter play here at 304. 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 7-1. Matt Whistler gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Striding in for the Rockies, Eric Hosmer. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
The 1-0 home. Misses, ball 2.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
The 2-0 on the way. Is offered at and missed for the first strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. Past battles with Matt Whistler. He's 1 for 4. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And the run will score from second base as they've upped it now to 8-1.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Story swings, and this ball is hammered to deep left field. And that's off the left field foul pole, a home run. Trevor Story with a 2-run shot. 6th home run on the season for him as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, this is something you don't see every day. It had the distance the second it left the bat. But it was anybody's guess whether it was going to be fair or foul. That is, until it clanked off the top of the foul pole. No question or controversy now. That's an impressive homer.
Into the box, Tony Walters. Down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The windup and the 0-1. And that one just missed outside.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there. And it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
A shot down the first baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2 to the Colorado catcher. Base is empty here with nobody out. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Braves are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter, and he'll likely do his best to forget about today. Ready for another chance? Tyler Anderson. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Ruiz has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 9, second baseman.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, DJ LeMahieu. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And this is right by Freeman down the line. It's a fair ball. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, David Dahl.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Dahl. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a 2-run homer for David Dahl. Home run number 9 on the year as this lead got even wider. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
Past battles with Matt Whistler, he's gone 2 for 6. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard back up the middle. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. A potentially big 2-out hit as it brings up Nolan Arenado next.
28, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Digging in once again, Nolan Arenado. He's set, and the pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it triple.
Yeah, you said it, D-Row. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-0 on the way. Here's a strike. Blackmon on second. Arenado at first. 2 out in the inning. Hit out towards second. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. Now a long throw to third. And he will make it to third by a whisker as he's safe on a very close play.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You know, you always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
Into the box now, Carlos Gonzalez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Comes set, and the 0-1. This is on the ground over the first. Well, the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Boy, talking about being an impact guy in today's game. that RBI base hit right there gives him 3 RBIs on the day, D-Row.
Yeah, I remember sitting on the bench talking to Chipper Jones. He wanted to always put a biscuit in a basket. This guy's got 3 of them.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Started that swing a bit too early.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing the bat at that pitch.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
The 2-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Another good inning for the Rockies, and Blake Street might be beckoning for 1 or 2 of this bunch. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get one or two of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Center fielder, number 11, Guillermo Heredia.
That'll bring in Guillermo Heredia now. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and 1 the count. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Pops this one up. Catch made there by Hosmer, and there are 2 gone now.
First baseman, number 5.
So coming to the plate, Freddie Freeman. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Well, this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. Down in order go the Braves. And that'll bring up Tony Walters. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Dribbled to the right side. Foul ball, however, strike 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. This is on the ground over to first. And that is through into right field for a single.
Now batting, the pitcher, Tyler Anderson.
The pitcher, Tyler Anderson, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. Here's the first pitch to him. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
In today's game, if they're going to give you an out, you take it. You have to find a way to execute a pitch in the zone, allow him to get the bunt down, and take the out at first.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball, 1-1. So 1-1. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. All right, now, so time for the Braves Road to the Show report as we see a couple of prospects who are having big-time success at the high levels of the minor leagues. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one.
You know, that slider we just saw there is usually a much more effective pitch for him, but obviously today that just hasn't been the case. It's tough to be successful when your arsenal isn't at its best.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Walters, the runner at second with one away. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. Freeman is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, David.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. Already a homer and 2 doubles to his credit thus far.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
The 1-0. A bouncer up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Hit sharply on the ground. That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs and 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May and he's on fire.
D-Roll, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Rockies forced to settle for 1. We're through 6 full. Colorado's out in front 15-1. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. So here's Matt Kemp now, due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Count now a ball and a strike. Here it comes on 1-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. It might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Trace Thompson digs in as he chops it on the ground toward the right side. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Rio Ruiz.
Rio Ruiz to the plate now. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. That gets down and the inning continues. So the top of the 7th isn't over yet after the 2-out base hit.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
The 0-1 pitch. And it's fouled away. The 0-2 home. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Atlanta, and as you can see, they are way behind. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Cesar Aparicio will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch.
Number 32.
David Freitas will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Digging in, Eric Hosmer. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Leading off for the Rockies.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Hosmer.
Hard hit ball to short. Swanson brings it in, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 5, Carlos.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. 3 hits, including a pair of doubles for him thus far. First offering on its way. Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, Trevor.
Now at the plate, Trevor Story. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Thompson's under it. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. Striding into the box, Jace Peterson. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Gonzalez has a read on it. 1 out.
Now batting.
Settling in now, David Freitas. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
In now, Dansby Swanson. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Hard hit to first. On with it to first is Hosmer, and that ends the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3, and they remain well behind. Coming to the plate now, Tony Walters. He singled his last time up.
Tony Walters.
First offering on its way. A fastball that just misses inside. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Dan, what does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Hero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now. This has the makings of being a long game.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. His first home run of the season as they just continue to pour it on here. In now, Tyler Anderson. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options, whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Stepping in now, DJ LeMahieu as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. Now the 1-1 pitch. This is in the air out to right. Thompson's under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Ready once again, David Dahl. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he fouls this one off.
This is the tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Two and 1. All even at 2 and 2. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his second of the game, as the blowout continues. Standing in now, Charlie Blackmon. As he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Heredia is under this one. And that's out number 2. Now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Nolan Arenado. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Popped high in the air. Ruiz is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. At the plate, Heredia starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Gonzalez coasts under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 5, Freddie Freeman.
At the plate, Freddie Freeman. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
A ball and a strike now to the Braves' first baseman. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, that's another nice 2-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count 1-2. You're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good, hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
So here's Matt Kemp now, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. Story picks it up. Throw to first here will be in time for the final out, and the Rockies have finally found their way back into the win column as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
18-1 the final today. Colorado jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Tyler Anderson notches his 3rd win of the year, turning in a very strong complete game effort. Aaron Blair allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.